It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Hey, Jamie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series video teleconference ahead of Sunday's Camping World RV 400 presented by Coleman at Kansas Speedway. Our guest today is four-time series champion Jeff Gordon, driver of the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, who is one of 12 drivers competing in the 2008 chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Jeff is eighth in the chase standings at the moment. He's 118 points behind leader Carl Edwards. He's also heading for a track where he has excelled in the past. He won the first two series races at Kansas. Jeff, your thoughts as we approach race number 3 in the chase?
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. We've been working extremely hard on our mile-and-a-half speedway program, and you know, it hasn't been up to par for us this year on those tracks, and we had a great test at Kentucky last week, and I feel like a lot of the things that we learned there we can apply to Kansas. I think if any track is similar to Kentucky, it is Kansas. So we're looking forward to seeing if those things can apply, and if we can, you know, get ourselves going on down the right path. You know, we've been searching all year long trying to get that feel and comfort for me so that the speed can come along with it. Felt like we were on to a few things last week at Dover. Didn't perform quite as well in the race as we would have hoped to. So maybe those things will apply a little bit better to Kansas this weekend. So definitely looking forward to it.
Excellent. Let's go straight to media questions for Jeff Gordon.
Thank you. The question and answer session will be conducted electronically. If you wish to ask a question, you may do so by pressing the star key, followed by the digit 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you're using a speakerphone, please make sure your mute function is turned off so your signal can reach our equipment. Once again, that is star 1 to ask a question, and we'll pause for just a moment to assemble our queue. We'll take our first question today from Jenna Fryer with the Associated Press.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, you know, more and more the last several years we've seen crew chiefs come under scrutiny, maybe the way head coaches do in other sports, particularly, I guess, with Tony Eury Jr. This year, though, Steve seems to be opened up to it a lot, particularly from your fans. I'm wondering if you could talk about the job he's done this season, if all the problems are Steve's problems, as maybe a lot of your fans perceive, and, you know, if you're happy with the job he's done.
I'm extremely happy with the job that Steve's done. You know, he's a really sharp guy. I think being a crew chief is definitely a tough position to be in. There's so much more now to do as a crew chief, so many more people to oversee. You know, what does it take to be the perfect crew chief? That's you know, the ongoing question for everybody, because I believe that the crew chief, you know, has so many more jobs that you know, are underneath them today than there used to be. That, you know, it's about delegating out those jobs. It's about overseeing people and managing those people, calling those shots on the pit box. But you have to know your engineering. You have to know you know, what the car's doing aerodynamically. It's just, there's a lot to it, and I think Steve is an amazing crew chief when you look at that umbrella that falls underneath him. You know, he has his strengths and his weaknesses, and, you know, I think the criticism comes whenever we're not performing. My fans seem to stay loyal to me, which I appreciate that, but you know, I'm as much a part of this team and its performance as anybody else out there. So, you know, if there's going to be criticism, you know, I want it to come across the board, and you know, I feel like Steve has done an amazing job, and he and I work very well together. We communicate very well. Unfortunately, we just haven't seen the results like we did last year. And I think that's the other thing, is it's really easy to put aside or forget what we did last year, which to me was one of the best seasons I've ever had in the Cup Series. And you know, I think that looking at this year, just things haven't gone our way for whatever reason. But I believe he's the guy for the job, and you know, he's a confident guy that does the job well. And I hate that he gets the criticism, but it is, as we're seeing with other crew chiefs, sort of the nature of the business.
We'll take our next question today from Jim Pedley with Kansas City Star.
Jeff, several past champions are going to be coming to Kansas this weekend without a victory on the season. Does that surprise you? And what does it say about Sprint Cup racing in 08?
Well, I think it just says how competitive it is, and I also think with the COT, the new Impala SS, it just tells you how tricky this car is and finicky that it is, and that when teams get onto something that's working, how they can just continue to work on that and keep the progress going that season. When a team like ourselves haven't been able to find it, how difficult it is to get it. We've worked harder, and I can say personally, I've worked harder this year testing, working with the team at the racetrack, away from the racetrack, than I have in any other season that I've run the Cup Series. And the frustrating part is that the results aren't showing for it. And so, we know that we got to continue that hard work and find everything that we possibly can to get ourselves more competitive, leading more laps, and ultimately getting into victory lane. But, we're not the only ones. As you pointed out, there are a lot of teams and drivers out there that aren't seeing success, or at least the victory lane success that we all would expect out of them and ourselves. But so I'm not really sure what it says. It just says how competitive it is out there and how tough it is to find it with this new car.
We'll now go to Mark Dakotas with Florida Today newspaper.
Jeff, thank you for your time today. Can you talk about, we'll go off topic, talk about your daughter. She's at her, getting to that 18-month-old stage now, walking, starting to talk, and talk about her and what it means to come home after tough races and see her and be with her. Thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah, she just turned 15 months, and it's the most amazing experience. Certainly with a year like this, the pluses and the minuses have been that, unfortunately with all the hard work we've been doing, I haven't been able to be home, and they haven't been able to travel as much as I certainly would like. But when I am with her, it is just the most amazing experience. There's nothing that is on my mind other than family and seeing her walk and try to talk and do some of the funny things that she's doing these days, and things that just make you have a big smile on your face. And I can't say enough about being a dad. It's truly been an amazing experience. It's been a lot of hard work, and it's certainly made me appreciate the things that are most important in life, which is family. And I don't feel like it's changed how I drive when I'm in the car, but it's definitely changed how my schedule works and balancing out being at home and being on the road, and makes me want to certainly be home a lot more than I am. But right now is a great stage. It's just the things that she's doing, and she's just constantly trying new things, trying to say new things. She's not walking, she's running. And it's just a great time in our lives, and to be a dad is amazing.